Julie, what do you have for me today?
Today we're going to plant up a cherry hanging basket for spring.
Wonderful, can't
Brighten
wait.
up your garden.
Okay, what do we got on the table here?
We've got wire hanging baskets
Okay.
with 2 different types of coir liners, which I'll show you, and then a selection of annuals too.
This is everything on the table here.
Yes,
We're going to
and
use
some
all of
potting
this.
mix.
Okay.
And then I've got 2 products here that I'm going to show you how you can use them. Now, there are 2 ways to do coir lined hanging baskets, and the one is with these really easy to use coir liners that are pressed.
Okay.
The negative about them is they're difficult to plant on the sides if you want to have plants growing out the side of your basket. If you like to have plants hanging around the side of your basket, you can use a loose coir, which is the old-fashioned way before they came out with the
Okay,
pressed
so
one.
I'm lining my basket with coir.
Then you line it with plastic, which you don't have to do with the pressed coir liners because they're so compact they stop the water anyway.
Okay.
But these ones, the water will tend to just drain through too fast, so you want to.
And this coir, you can get it from you.
Oh yes,
You just
Hingham
buy it
Nursery
from you.
keeps
Right.
all these things that you need. Now I'm using a nice small bag of potting mix. We keep from the small to the bulk big size bag so that you can choose exactly the size you want, so that you don't have to have leftover potting medium lying in your garage.
Wonderful.
So this is a 10 dm bag of potting mix.
10 dm.
Yes. This is the grow more variety. I probably should have made my plastic a bit bigger, but
No, that's good.
we're okay.
Okay. So we got this little basket here. We got the coir in there. Then we got the potting soil with the plastic underneath.
Yes.
Okay, that's to stop all the water going through.
Yes. Now I'm going to plant some perennials in. Perennials last a bit longer than annuals, or should do
Okay.
so. It depends how happy they are, and
Okay.
happy perennials won't last longer than annuals. But I'm going to put this lobularia, which is a proven winners from Keith Kirsten, and it's got this variegated leaf. It looks a lot like the alyssum. I mean, you couldn't tell the difference really, but except for the variegated leaf in this one.
Okay.
So I'm putting that because that's giving me a really instant effect, and that's going to grow over the side, and I'm packing the... Now,
So you packed it into the soil, right? You packed it in
yes,
there.
I made a
Okay.
hole and I packed it in, not too high because otherwise the water tends to not get into the root ball.
Okay, so you got to pack it in a little bit deeper.
Now at this point I want to tell you about something called Aquasorb. It's basically the gel that they put into babies' nappies. So it retains the moisture, and when the plant needs it, the moisture is ready. Now
Okay.
I would just do it like that. Too much, it's a big problem.
Oh, okay. You don't want to do too much, eh?
Okay, and then just mix that in. So this just helps water to be on tap for them when they need it.
Okay, okay. Oh, so on tap, so they can draw from that water.
Exactly.
Ah, so you're retaining the water.
Yes.
I'm learning, Jenny. Slowly, I'm trying to pick up the bits and pieces. It's good to start it, yeah?
Okay. Now I'm putting another perennial, osteospermum. They're very bushy. At this time of the year, very popular.
Popular.
Yes, so they're just coming out now, and they're really wonderful for colour. So I'm going to put one of them in there. And then, not sure if my combination is the best. Well, I like yellow and purple, so I'm going to leave out my beautiful blue pansies, as gorgeous as they are. Although
Okay.
it looks stunning, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so no, I'm going to go for it.
Well, let's go for it.
So now I'm going to put yellow. Now my soil mix is a little low for the little seedlings, so I'm
Alright.
going to add a bit more.
Okay. It's low for the seedlings.
Yeah, well, because I was left it low before, so that when I dug holes for the bigger plants, I wasn't going to have soil falling all over the place.
Okay.
But now I need to top it up because the seedlings only have small little root balls.
Okay.
And you'll find that the soil compacts anyway later on, so you do need to have it a little bit higher.
No, sure, I understand.
Now, I take, if I've got a very well established seedling, I should just tweak the roots out a bit
Okay.
at the bottom of the plug, just so that they start to grow out.
Oh, so you pull them sort of out, you tweak them out.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I put that in, so that's a yellow. I'll put another yellow. And then I'm going to put some of my blue. Such a stunning, vibrant colour.
You're putting some more of that in there.
Yes, fill it up. You want to be quite generous with the flowers, so you don't have to wait.
Okay.
And it looks gorgeous straight away.
Look at that, guys.
Now, you could leave it just like that.
Yes.
But you can also, if you're going to be hanging it up,
Okay.
you might want to have some plants growing out the sides.
Right.
To show you how to plant in the side, I'm just going to hang the hanging basket up
Okay.
because it's easier to work that way.
Wonderful.
And then I need a pair of scissors.
Okay.
So now we're going to try and plant some flowers growing out the sides just to have some extra fullness of color, especially if you hang your hanging baskets up quite high. You want to be able to see from the bottom, but it's not a have to.
Okay, good.
So I take a plug out here, and this is quite tricky. Some people have clever gadgets that they use to let me do it there. But I don't have any clever gadgets, so I push it.
That's
through
nice,
there.
Judy. There on the sides like that, eh?
And if it's looking a bit barren from the koya point of view, I can just patch up here at this point in time. This koya is very
So you're putting more and more
flexible
koya
too.
back in there, of course.
yes, just to make it look better, so that we don't have to see plastic.
Okay.
And then I do a few more of the same thing. Cut a hole in the plastic, open a hole. It's a little bit difficult, but
Tricky.
it is a bit tricky, and it's worth it when they're all
in there. Yeah. I see what you're saying. And you're just taking the plugs and you put in the hole. Okay.
So now, as long as I don't break all the roots up, I can squeeze it into a nice little sausage
Okay.
and then push it in there, and it'll forgive me for beating it up.
Really nice.
There.
That's awesome, Judy.
Yes. So you get the idea.
I get the idea.
Then I'll hang that a bit lower so you can appreciate it.
Look at that, guys.
Right, now to get the best success out of your hanging basket, you need lots of flowers. To get lots of flowers, you need the basic watering and food. We love multi-feed, flower grow, and it's easy to use. You just put a couple of spoons in a watering can, and when you're watering, you put it on. You can do it once a week, once a month, depending on how much feeding your plant is needing. And then you'll get lots of flowers that way, and you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
This is multi-feed.
Yes.
Awesome, Julie. Awesome. Great. Love the lesson. What can we expect from you next week?
We'll have to choose between Gloria's orchid potting, Laura's bonsais, Kulani's paving, and my landscaping combinations and water-wise gardens.
Wonderful. Can't wait. See you next week.
Okay.
Cheers.